Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Bear with me on this one. I've been digging around. I'm trying to play some unusual things, which I have in the past couple of videos. I thought I was a little different than usual. I'm just trying to do that. So, a little history on this. Years ago, 10 or 15, 20 years ago, I was into framing albums. Put them in a frame, hanging them on a wall. I still have a few hanging around. You know, album covers, art is kind of cool. So I was out searching around at the thrift stores here and there, wherever I could find records, and found a bunch. And one of them was this one. Well, you're not going to see it, but I can tell you. You will see it in a minute when it pops up. But it's Passport to Romance. Percy Faith and his orchestra. Now, we all know Percy Faith is kind of that elevator music kind of a thing that you old people listen to, like me. So I figured, and I have it in a frame. I've never listened to it. It's hanging in the bathroom, of all places. So the other day I'm walking by it, and I go, why don't I see if I can find that on YouTube video or Spotify or somebody and download it and see what it sounds like. I've never heard it. It's just hanging on the wall. So I did, found it, and it's the usual Percy Faith kind of stuff. So just this morning, just getting ready to do this, I picked out two songs, and one of them was a theme from the Threepenny Opera, and in parentheses it says Moritat. Don't know what, or didn't know what Moritat means. Threepenny Opera, I've heard of it, don't know about it, haven't seen it, but I've heard the title to the opera, Threepenny Opera. So I listened to it a little bit, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, I know that tune. I won't say it right now, but I know that tune. So I looked up Moritat just to see, well, what does Moritat mean? So Moritat means, and let me dig that up. Like I say, hang in there with me, folks. Moritat is a medieval murder ballad performed by strolling minstrels. The word comes from German words mora, meaning deadly, and tat, meaning deed. Moritat. Moritat, deadly deeds done dirt cheap. In the Threepenny Opera, a Moritat singer introduces and closes the play with the story of Mackie Messer, or Mac the Knife. The singer uses a street organ and tells tales of Macheath's robberies, murders, rapes, and arson. The song was added to the play shortly before its premiere in 1928. So that's what I was hearing. I'm hearing Mac the Knife when I'm listening to this, and I go, Mac the Knife? What the hell does Mac the Knife? The old Bobby Darin song. So I'm digging around, and I'm looking, and I'm finding... Now, where am I going to find this now? Mac the Knife. Let's see. Okay, here it has a little bit of the lyrics from Mac the Knife, the song, and I know the song. The lyrics are, see the shark with teeth like razors, see the shark with teeth like razors, all I can read is open face, and Macheath has got a knife, but not in such an obvious place, and he says Macheath. Now, and it all came together. I'm listening, I'm reading this stuff, and I'm going, oh, now it all makes sense. Not to me, but it makes sense. So that's what it is. So, well, stick with me and you'll learn something. Not much of anything, and nothing you can really use anywhere. But so we're going to listen to that, but first we're going to listen to, after all that, we're going to listen to the Portuguese Washerwoman and a theme from the Threepenny Opera, Moritat. So now that you know what that is, and you know that Mac the Knife, the Bobby Darin song, Macheath, I've heard that 100,000 times. Never had no idea. Just thought it was a song. Mac the Knife, whoever Mac the Knife was. Well, it's from Threepenny Opera. Go look it up. Moritat means deadly deeds, or deadly deeds done dirt cheap, or something like that. All right. So let's get on with it after all that. So I hope you hung in there long enough to actually now hear the song that I'm talking about. But it'll be the second song. I'm going to play the Portuguese Washerwoman first. Percy Faith. Can't believe I'm doing Percy Faith, but like I said, I want to do some unusual stuff. And that's the album cover, hanging in my bathroom, in a frame. Passport to Romance. And this song I've heard, probably on an elevator. You know. Dun, 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 dun. I could have never told you it was the Portuguese Washerwoman. But you know, almost sounds like a cartoon song, right? Because when I was a kid, speaking of cartoons, the old Bugs Bunny cartoons and all those different ones, not just Bugs Bunny, but a lot of the cartoons I watched when I was a kid. I know I'm talking a lot, but this is a learning video for learning stuff. They played classical music, the Blue Danube, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of classical stuff. And as a kid, you know, when you're 6 and 7 years old, 8 years old, what do you know from classical music? Nothing. To me, it was all just cartoon music. It was just well-written cartoon music. You know, in my mind, I didn't know anything. So my point is, I guess, my roundabout kind of way of explaining why I do this is, sure, it's not your favorite music in the world to listen to, but it's all connected, kind of, you know? If you just give it a chance. There is a cartoon that I watched as a kid, and they just play this tune. It's a mouse stuck in one of those machines that you reach in there with the little thing, and it's like at you know, at the local fair, and you reach in there and grab stuff with the little crane. Well, this mouse gets stuck in there, hiding from a cat. It's an old cartoon. And they play this song, and it's a very sleepy sounding song. Now, this is years ago. And then, years later, relatively recently, I started listening to a lot of Frank Sinatra. And this song comes up that he starts singing and doing. And the tune is like, I know this from somewhere. Where is this music coming from? Why do I know this? And it was the tune they played in that cartoon. And it's the Frank Sinatra song. It's like got something to do with sleep. I wish I could remember the song. And it's all about him, and he's like all sleepy, and he talks about his cigarette, and the ashes are falling off, and I can't think of the name of the song, but it was like, you know, my brain was like, I could feel it shifting around in my head, trying to, what is this? Why am I making a connection here? And that's what it was. It's that old song, but they played it in this cartoon, and it was just this tune for this. It was a very sleepy song, and that mouse was falling asleep, and you know, the cat was waiting outside this glass thing, you know, and trying to get at this mouse. Maybe you've seen that cartoon if you're old enough. Maybe not. But anyway, so that's, you know, that's why I do this stuff. This stuff to me is everything's kind of connected in some kind of way or other. So that was the Portuguese Washerwoman. Bum, 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 bum. You didn't hear much, 'cause I was yammering about a mouse in a cage and how Frank Sinatra sings the song these days. Well, not these days. Frank Sinatra's long gone. Theme from the three-penny opera, Moritat. What does Moritat mean? Come on. There's going to be a quiz. There will be a quiz at the end of this. So check it out. Watch, I got the wrong song on here. After all that. I hope not. Wait a minute. What does this sound like? Mac the Knife. Yeah. So when I was researching it, I was going, oh no, oh I get it, oh shit, you know, and I was wishing that I had done the research while I was making the video. So now, Threepenny Opera has triggered my interest, and I need to check that out. And of course, the lyrics are all about knives and cutting people and old and sharp bites with his teeth, dear, and he keeps them pearly white. You know, Mac the Knife. See that? And this was hanging in my bathroom for 15 years. With all that information in there, just waiting to be discovered. But it's your typical Percy Faith arrangement, you know. So now I got to find who else does this besides, you know, if there's another orchestra that'll do this with a little less Percy Faith-ishness to it. Maybe I'll find the lyrics to Mac the Knife. Yeah, Macheath, and I'm reading the thing in Wikipedia, and the character in the play, Macheath, and it's like, yes, of course, that's part of the lyrics of the song. Oh, Macheath. Would have never have known if I didn't decide to download this album just because I go, hey, maybe I can find that album on YouTube Music, and I did, and there it is. See that? You see that? That's why you come to this channel. I'm trying to tell you that, but nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to Johnny. You learn something. I'm learning something. We're all learning something. Yeah, I'm learning not to go to this channel anymore. Nah, come on. Come on. All three of you people, three views that I'm getting. All right. So that was fun. See? This is why I'm doing these. These are not reaction videos. I don't do reaction videos particularly. I do, you know, whatever the hell you want to call this. Okay, folks. That's enough of my nonsense. We'll see you on the next one.